All right, welcome in, folks. Appreciate you guys joining me here on another episode of Mount Polumbus Speaks. It's Sunday night. I had a nice weekend out there. My dog's tired. Just took him on a walk. Nice and hot out there, and had a lovely weekend. Hope you guys did the same thing and got outside and enjoyed the beautiful weather. We got Broncos training camp. Rookies are reporting for Broncos training camp in 3 days. They report on the 16th. So pretty crazy, man. That training camp is right here. Before you know it, we are going to be talking about Broncos preseason football. We're going to be breaking down all the training camp practices, everything that's going on, and we're back in football season. So thank God, man. It feels like it's been a long time since we've had Broncos news, but we are seriously just a week or two away from having Broncos news every single day. So let's get ourselves prepped. Let's get ourselves ready for training camp, what you guys need to know. I've got a couple things to go over with you guys tonight. RJ Harvey, the Broncos second-round draft pick, he has not signed his contract, and he's got a very good reason why he has not signed it. And it's a little bit concerning, considering the fact that the Broncos report in 3 days. The rookies report in 3 days. I don't know if they'll get that deal done or not. Honestly, if I had to guess right now, I do not think the Broncos are going to get that deal done before the rookies report. And I'll tell you guys all about that. What positional battles do the Broncos have going on? We'll dive into that in tonight's episode. There's not a lot of them, but there are a few very important positional battles that are going on, including RJ Harvey and J.K. Dobbins and the running backs. But before we get going, as always, take a quick second here to thank the title sponsor of Mount Polumbus Speaks, and that is my friends over at Safeway. Could not do this without my friends at Safeway. They've been a tremendous partner of Mount Polumbus Speaks. They've been a tremendous partner of mine in both charitable aspects and business aspects for a long time. Donated a lot of money to ovarian cancer awareness in honor of my mom, and helped me raise awareness for women that are going through some really tough stuff. And they're just an incredible grocery store. Safeway's been my favorite local grocer, serving Colorado families since 1926. Guys, they've got fresh produce, tender cuts of meat. Safeway offers local fruits and vegetables from Colorado farms, and they serve Colorado Proud Angus beef. So know that when you shop at Safeway, you are supporting local businesses, including Rocky Ford melons, Palisade peaches. They've got it all. So learn more at Safeway.com or shop in store today at your local Safeway. And if you don't have the Safeway app, make sure you download it, put it on your phone, save a bunch of time. They save your orders. I just add 3 or 4 things every week, and before you know it, it's sitting on my doorstep. So grateful to Safeway, incredible business with incredibly fresh food. So here's what's going on with RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey is the Broncos' second-round draft pick, and there's a lot riding on this young man this year. It feels like the Broncos really targeted RJ Harvey early in the draft. They traded down a couple times because they knew that they were going to select him in the second round, and probably nobody else was going to. So they were able to accumulate some draft picks moving down in the second round, knowing that he would still be there no matter what. And over the offseason, just feels like every time we hear somebody talk about RJ Harvey, it's, boy, Sean Payton identified this guy. He fell in love with him, and Broncos got their guy. You look at ESPN, different outlets, they talk about best rookie fits with their new teams, and you will see RJ Harvey's name pop up time in and time out of names to keep an eye on. So here's the deal. RJ Harvey was a late second-round draft pick, and he has not signed his contract. Again, rookies report in 3 days. So we are now officially under a time crunch for the Broncos to get that deal done with RJ Harvey. And you might feel like, and I feel this way myself, like, hey, dude, you're a late second round draft pick. Like, what's the big deal here? Rookie contracts have more or less been slotted now for a long time, and there really is not a whole lot to negotiate in these rookie contracts because the new CBA pretty much just told you what you're going to make. It's not like the old days where guys were holding out left and right. Well, RJ Harvey, where he was drafted, he's slotted in. So that's what I mean. Like, you're just slotted into what your contract's going to be. He's slotted into a 4-year, $7.35 million contract, and that includes a $1.99 million signing bonus. Tough life, I know. Who wouldn't want that kind of money as a young man coming into the NFL? And what's the big holdup here? You're going to get $2 million up front and a signing bonus, and you got $7.35 million contract that you'll, in all likelihood, earn the entirety of. Well, here's the deal. For the first time ever, the Houston Texans this year, they screwed it up for the entire league. So now all second-round draft picks basically are holding out. There's only been 2 second-round draft picks that have actually signed their contract this year. 30 out of 32 second-round draft picks have not signed their contract. Aaron says the no quarterback is going to be the cut line as to who gets 100% guarantee. They need him in camp now. I don't know. We'll find out, Aaron. So what Aaron's talking about here and what I'm getting to is that the Houston Texans, they changed the way the business is going to be done, or at least the way that agents want business to be done moving forward for all second rounders, because for the first time this year, the Houston Texans, they gave a fully guaranteed contract, not to a quarterback, by the way, to the guy that just texted in. They gave a fully guaranteed contract to a wide receiver, Jaden Higgins. He was the number 34 overall pick, so he was just 2 picks into the second round, unlike RJ Harvey, who's at the bottom of the second round. Jaden Higgins was at the top, and he got a 100% fully guaranteed deal on his 4-year, $11.7 million contract. It was the first time a second-round draft pick, and I'm reading a lot of this, by the way, from Mike Kliss, so give credit to Mike Kliss, his article on 9news.com. It was the first time a second-round draft pick received a fully guaranteed contract. The previous year's number 34 overall pick was Chargers receiver Ladd McConkey. Ladd had 91.5% of his contract guaranteed. It was not the entirety of the contract, but the Chargers kind of set the initial they were the initial ones to start guaranteeing more money, and now the Texans this year, they went ahead and gave their wide receiver a fully guaranteed deal on $11.7 million. So now what's going on is that every other second-round draft pick, they're like a giant. You've got a second round union going on right now. That's what's going on. Basically, every agent and every player that was selected in the second round, they've gotten together, and you talk about the NFL and having their owners doing shady things, talking, doing things behind players' backs. Well, now you've got all the players and all their agents saying, well, Texans did it, so now we want it. I do not expect RJ Harvey to end up with a fully guaranteed contract. I think that you might see a handful of other fully guaranteed deals, but those probably are going to come from picks that are high in the second round. And then once you get, I don't know, the next 4 or 5 contracts done, hopefully we see an avalanche of signings get done within the next 3 days, because the Broncos are certainly not the only team that has got their rookies reporting here very, very quickly. So that's the deal. That's what's going on for RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey, again, he's slotted in. He's not going to earn more than $7.35 million on that contract. He's slotted into a $7.35 million deal with $1.99 million that's going to come up front in a signing bonus. But what they're arguing over is they want the entirety of that 7.35 fully guaranteed. That doesn't mean that he gets the 7.35 up front. It just means that the deal is fully guaranteed. If they cut him, if he gets hurt, anything happens, he would get it fully guaranteed. So I'm not panicked. RJ Harvey was around for OTAs. He looked pretty good. He's Quadzilla. He's a fast dude. He runs a 4.440. He's lightning fast. I mean, he's Jaleel McLaughlin type of fast, but with much more thickness. He's like an Audric Estime version of Jaleel McLaughlin. If you could merge those two players, that's what you've got. So Brandon asks, who's going to be running back one? That's a good question as I transition here, because that's exactly what I was about to do. I'm about to transition into what training camp battles do we have going on this year for the Broncos. And long story short is there's not a lot of them. You've got a legitimate battle going on for your starting running back between J.K. Dobbins and RJ Harvey. I'll circle back to that in just a second. You've got a competition going on in the wide receiver room. Not for your number one spot. Obviously, that's Cortland Sutton. I think Devon Vele is going to be slotted in as your number two, and I think Marvin Mims is slotted in as your slot wide receiver. But you're going to have a battle going on there between your new arrival, Pat Bryant, who there seems to be a huge commitment and huge belief in from Sean Payton and this training staff. You brought in a veteran who's likely to secure a roster spot because he's a big special teams guy, Trent Sherfield. You brought him in from the Vikings, and he's likely going to be guaranteed a spot on this team because he's, like I just said, a four-phase special teams member. So we'll have a battle going on there for rotational time between the backups there in the wide receiver room. But your starters are going to be Cortland Sutton, Devon Vele, and Marvin Mims, unless Pat Bryant just lights the world on fire and somehow surpasses Devon Vele, which I don't see happening. Devon has just been phenomenal ever since he got here. It feels like it's Devon Vele's time to shine. So I don't expect Pat Bryant to steal a starting job. Pat Bryant can have a season in which he gets, I don't know, anywhere between 300 to 450 yards. That'd probably be a reasonably respectful rookie year for Pat Bryant. Pat's a big physical guy. He's not a burner by any means. Matter of fact, if anything, he's a little bit on the slow side. But football speed versus 40 speed is a different thing, and the film looks great for Pat Bryant. So we'll see what's going on there. Other positional battles that are going on, cornerback. Obviously, you drafted Jahdae Barron. Riley Moss was your starting corner opposite of Pat Surtain last year. Can Jahdae Barron take over Riley Moss's spot as the number two corner on this team? Either way, those three guys are going to be on the field a lot because the majority of the time you play nickel in today's NFL, meaning you're going to have three corners that are on the field. But you do still have Jaquan McMillan. You've got Damari Mathis and a couple others that are still holding on, fighting for roster spots, Chris Abrams-Drain and Mario Goodrich. So those guys will all be duking it out, but the real battle in the corner room is going to be between Jahdae Barron and Riley Moss for that number two corner spot opposite of Pat Surtain. So let's come back to really the main battle that's going on this year. You know, you've got no battles going on the offensive line. You've got all five of those guys coming back. You've got very few battles going on the defense. Tyler, I know you've been gaming lately. No, I didn't get the new college football. And I hardly ever game, but I game a little bit. God, I am sweating my ass off right now. My house upstairs is like easily 10 degrees hotter than the rest of my house. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah, we've got all of our offensive line coming back, so you got no battles going on there. You've got very few battles going on defensively. Your entire defensive line's back. The edge rushers are back. You've got the battles going on at corner. Really, the only like true battle comes down to J.K. Dobbins and RJ Harvey. We got the double initial running back gang going on between RJ and J.K. Here's how I expect this thing to unfold. I expect J.K. Dobbins to be the day one starter. And that's fine. That's a very healthy thing for RJ Harvey. First off, I'm glad that the Broncos brought in J.K. Dobbins because that was just too much pressure on RJ as a rookie, late second round pick to have to carry this team. That was just too much pressure for a rookie, right? So let's let this dude earn his keep. You brought in a very talented running back in J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins rushed for 905 yards last year in 13 games. He did miss a few games with injury, and he's got a history of injuries. Missed the entirety of the 2023 season, missed half the season in 2022, and in his rookie year, he rushed for 805 yards. So of his 4 years in the NFL, he's had 2 fantastic years and 1 really good year in 8 games, if you want to count an 8-game season. I mean, he rushed for 520 yards in 8 games, which put him on track for over 1,000 yards in the season. So you brought in a very legitimate number 1 running back in J.K. Dobbins. And I think that that's the right thing to do for RJ Harvey. Take the pressure off this young man. Let him learn a little bit. And you know what? If you get to week 4, you get to week 5, more likely than that, you're probably talking about the second half of the season, maybe week 9 or 10 even. And RJ Harvey has now proven that he can handle third downs, that he's reliable in pass protection, that he can be a weapon coming out of the backfield in the receiving game. If he can prove all these things and he can handle the running game, okay, now we can make a switch. And now you can go ahead and promote the young man in the second half of the season. So in a perfect world, the way I would see it unfolding, J.K. Dobbins handles the first half of the season. You still give RJ Harvey plenty of carries in every game. The only question is going to be, can Sean Payton commit himself to giving both these running backs enough carries that they can get into a flow? Last year, we would give like 4 or 5 running backs 4 carries a game, which was just stupid. Let's go with 2 running backs. Let's split the load, maybe 50-50, maybe 60-40, somewhere along those lines. And let's just let the young man earn his keep. So hopefully by the second half of the season, RJ Harvey can take over as your starting running back. But if he doesn't, it's fine. You've got a very talented running back in J.K. Dobbins, a very, very talented running back. You just got to cross your fingers and hope that he stays healthy, just like you got to cross your fingers and hope that Evan Ingram stays healthy, that Talanoa Hufanga stays healthy, that Dre Greenlaw stays healthy, J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, I mean, all of your free agents have got very serious injury history, but they're all very, very talented. So it's a major boom or bust class, meaning if they can all stay healthy, this is going to be the best free agency class you've had since Peyton Manning was here. If 1 or 2 of them gets injured, you're going to look at it like, hey, you knew these guys had serious injury history and you gave them pretty significant money. Why did you overlook the injury history? I'm going to lean toward the optimistic side. Football's a dangerous sport. Everybody gets hurt, and you can't you can't live in fear of it. So I'm going to live on the optimistic side and cross my fingers and hope and pray that this is going to be the best class we've had since Peyton Manning was here. And hopefully that leads to a fantastic season for the Broncos. Okay, that's all I've got for you guys tonight. If you guys have not subscribed to Mount Polumbus Speaks, hit that link in my bio on X. Head on over to YouTube. Hit subscribe. It'll take you 3 seconds. That's where all my content lives. I put out content that lives unique on the YouTube platform. So if you like what I do, you won't miss anything if you go subscribe on YouTube. And just know you'd be doing me a huge solid. This is me asking you to do me a solid as I try to grow my YouTube channel. If you could take 2 seconds out of your day and just go subscribe for me, I would be super grateful. Okay, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys